Look at the Thar Desert. The ground is dry sand, surface water is virtually non-existent, and summer temperatures easily top 50 degrees Celsius. Yet entire ecosystems of complex plant life thrive here. To survive, these plants employ extreme biological adaptations known as xerophytic traits. Instead of spreading out, they send taproots straight down, sometimes up to 30 meters deep, to tap into hidden groundwater. Above ground, they shed broad leaves in favor of sharp thorns, cutting off the surface area where water escapes through transpiration. If we want to understand Rajasthan's vegetation, we have to look at the state map. This animated map outlines 5 distinct ecological zones, dictated strictly by rainfall. The gradient moves from the bone-dry western border to the wetter eastern and southern districts. Geography dictates survival. The exact millimeter count of annual rain controls precisely which plant structures can exist in each region. Let's start in the extreme west, in districts like Jaisalmer, Barmer, and Bikaner. This is the tropical thorny zone. It covers just 6% of Rajasthan's total area and receives a punishing 0 to 30 centimeters of rain all year. This severe environment forces extreme resilience. Consider the khejri tree. Its ability to maintain deep root hydration allows it to produce highly nutritious sangri pods, a crucial food source for desert communities. Recognizing its cultural and biological importance, Rajasthan declared the khejri the state tree in 1983. Sharing this arid landscape is the state flower of Rajasthan, the rohida. Its wood is so dense and highly durable that local carpenters call it the teak of the desert. Moving east into the central semi-arid plains, the rainfall doubles to between 30 and 60 centimeters. This chart shows how that slight bump in moisture creates the tropical donk zone. It dominates the map, blanketing 58% of Rajasthan's total land area. You can easily spot this zone in the spring by looking for the palash tree. The dense clusters of bright orange-red flowers cover the branches, giving the tree its highly descriptive title, the flame of the forest. A mere 30-centimeter increase in annual rainfall shifts the ecology from sparse, deep desert survival into a vast, dominating network of semi-arid forests. This bar chart compares the extreme southern districts and Mount Abu against the rest of the state. Notice the inverse relationship. Rainfall spikes to 150 centimeters, but the combined area of these forests drops to under 8% of Rajasthan. High moisture and altitude create highly exclusive biological pockets. The medicinal plant Dicliptera abuensis grows naturally on Mount Abu and exists nowhere else in the entire world. While trees define the canopy, the macro layer of ground vegetation across the state provides the foundation for local economies and wildlife. We need to look closely at the highly specialized grasses. There is a rigid ecological loop at play here. Specific grasses like Seven in Jaisalmer and Mochia in Chiru support the entire food web. Endangered wildlife, like the blackbucks seen here grazing in Tall Chopper, depend entirely on these specific grasses for their food and shelter. In the eastern districts like Bharatpur and Sawai Madhopur, the focus shifts to khas grass. Locals extract the oils from its roots to supply the fragrance, syrup, and perfume industries. Rajasthan's biodiversity relies on these highly isolated micro-ecosystems. They lock together, supporting both the broader food web and human industry. To master this topic, we have to look at the administrative reality. This gauge chart tracks the 2023 Forest Report data. Rajasthan currently holds just 9.6% recorded forest area, missing the state policy target of 20% and placing it 15th in the national ranking. Within that 9.6%, district-level data shows clear anomalies. Look at the bar chart. Udaipur explicitly holds the highest concentrations of both moderately dense and open forests in the state. To combat desertification and protect these zones, the government launched major legislative programs. The timeline tracks the Desert Development Program back to 1977 and specifically marks 1992 for the Aravali Plantation Project, heavily supported by a Japanese corporate collaboration. Alongside state programs are individual conservation incentives. The Amrita Devi Award targets both tree and wildlife conservation, while the Kailash Sankala Award honors specifically those working to protect tigers. Before we finish, test your active recall. Mentally recite the exact rainfall bracket for the Donk forests and name the state flower. Mastering Rajasthan's environment requires knowing both its harsh biological realities and the rigid administrative frameworks designed to protect it.